Yeah, and this is exactly what we're talking about this morning.
Yeah, the Obamacare contraception change, is it an accommodation and really helping people out, or is this a big gimmick? And who's going to end up footing the bill for the third-party insurer who has to pay for these contraceptives? So essentially what's happening is that nonprofit care as it stands right now.
All right, what do you think about that? Facebook us, tweet us, whatever you want to do.
Coming up on the show, think you earn more by living in a union-run state? Well, think again. Turns out people in right-to-work states are richer. Something, I don't know. Maybe Brian got that seat.
I haven't bought my beer for tomorrow yet.
You haven't?
No, I need beer.
Don't be the guy who brings
wings?
the cheap beer, but drinks the expensive
like the Paps and stuff like that.
But the thing is, compared to 4 years ago,
Inherited all this. Oh, wait a minute, from themselves. Last 4 years.
yeah. So I guess maybe
changing.
I don't know if you just stay at home and just have a bag of chips. Are chip prices still the same? I don't know.
I don't know. Unemployment up to 7.9% now, another sign that the economy is faltering. But you know what? Everybody's just ready for the Super Bowl. We're all Americans. We're going to be eating chicken wings.
That's for sure.
We're going to be enjoying it. I got an idea, though. Why you don't need all these papers in the field? He's got an iPad down there. Thanks, Brian.
Very impressive.
Among the questions that we're, of course, going to have to face Defense Secretary if he gets confirmed, Senator Chuck Hagel during those hearings, is this question of sequestration, something that would be on the table, of course, these defense cuts. But first, he's got to get through the confirmation issue. And boy, was it a rough confirmation hearing.
That you heard from said pathetic. He seemed confused. He messed up some policies he wasn't even familiar with, containment, and President Obama's position on that, getting notes handed to him. But at the same time, we've got Jay Carney saying he's doing great.
Yeah, let's listen to him.
Surprised.
Right, but how didn't he know that? That seems to me like the two of the main things you should have known going into this
Well,
thing.
he certainly took quite a beating last week. So let's take a listen from that Senate confirmation hearing.
Friends at foxnews.com. You can email us there, and also on Twitter at FF Weekend.
There we go. And 9 minutes after the hour, we do have some headlines to get to.
Study shows that there were 2 times as many.
This discussion into the commercial break. 7:56 is the time now. Here's what's coming up on Fox and Friends. Is the attack at the U.S. Embassy in Turkey exactly what we saw in the days leading up to Benghazi? We explore this topic with Governor Mike Huckabee at the top of the hour. Now, you may not be able to prevent something as spontaneous as workplace violence, but you can protect yourself. I ran a red light in a station vehicle in my first job, and I was on the cell phone, and they got the picture. It was bad.
Ouch.
Wow.
And then you were on your own local news that night.
Right.
Let's check in with Rick Reitmuth now.
The whole TV thing doesn't work out. Maybe he can do the duck calling.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
pretty good,
Brian has a future in that.
That's off.
Coming up on the show, U.S. embassies under siege around the world. The latest attack in Turkey. So is this really the right time for the Obama administration to be cutting military spending and Congress to be cutting military spending?
Blurt it out to you and then say, hey, don't print that. Then why'd you tell me?
That was off the record.
Well,
did you have to not print
that?
it?
It's going to go on my grave. Don't print that.
this.
Yeah.
Well, you have such an interesting relationship. I mean, traveling with Elizabeth Taylor, so you become friends, right? Is it difficult to be able to separate yourself from that friendship to then write about that person?
Brian, thank you so much. Good work out there. 8:39 is the time now. We do have a Fox News.
You can kiss your dream of retiring at 65 goodbye. Turns out the average baby boomer in this country is $500,000 short on savings. Wow. Maybe you can fix it, though. We have an expert here.
But first, we're going to check in with our Neil Cavuto for a look at what's coming up on the cost of freedom in the business block. Neil?